Here is where the British and Loyalist plans for South Carolina come crashing down. We've got Patrick Ferguson buried here with his camp follower, Virginia Sal, who was also killed on top of the hill. He is the only one given a proper burial, the traditional Scottish burial called a cairn. Otherwise, the rest of the men are buried in shallow mass graves, just a rock or a log thrown over these bodies. The night after the battle, both sides spend the night together on top of the ridge. There is only one doctor that we know of, there are probably more, but one that was recorded to history, whose name was Uzal Johnson. He was a Loyalist from New Jersey that actually took care of both sides. You also have local women who have heard the shots from the battle that come here to the battlefield to take care of the wounded, to nurse them. They're also looking for their relatives that have fought here. So just try to imagine what kind of night that must have been. Now the next morning, the Patriots are ready to depart. They've heard a rumor that Banastre Tarleton has been sent out after them. So Patriots, you start marching your Loyalist prisoners over towards Winston-Salem, North Carolina. There is a prisoner exchange camp there, so you want to take your prisoners there. Now both of y'all, both sides, are tired, exhausted. You haven't had a lot to eat. Patriots, you didn't eat the 2 days before this. Loyalists, guess what? You get the scraps that are left over on the march. So that was a tough march. About a week after this battle, you stop at a place called Biggerstaff's Plantation in Rutherfordton, North Carolina. That's in the foothills of the mountains in North Carolina. Now it's been made pretty clear that y'all don't like each other. You made it clear here at this battle. But Patriots, you don't like 36 of the Loyalists especially. You call these men murderers, arsonists, thieves. And after a short military trial, you sentence them to death by hanging. 9 Loyalists are hanged before your Patriot commanders step in and say, that's enough. That is the nature of the war out here in the backcountry. That is the price of the choices that you make out here. Now the impact of this battle goes far beyond just immediately after. After this battle, in the months after, Loyalists, you won't come out in the same numbers that you did. You have to rethink the choice that you made. You don't want to be slaughtered on a hillside or hanged. Patriots, it gives your group time to regroup. It gives time for a Patriot commander to come down here, General Nathaniel Greene, and get the Continental Army together, a regular American army together. The British have to totally rethink things after this battle. In the months after Nathaniel Greene gets down here, there is a string of Patriot victories. You have Cowpens in January 1781, Guilford Courthouse in March, which even though it's technically a British victory, Cornwallis lost a third of his force. He turns his British army, his southern British army, towards the north to Virginia, where he moves over to a place on the coast called Yorktown. And we know what happened at Yorktown, right?
Yeah.
The British army has to surrender in October 1781. That is just a year after this battle. That quick of a turnaround. That much of a consequence from the choices made. Thomas Jefferson recognized how important this battle was. He called it the turn of the tide in the South. Even the British recognized that this battle was important. Sir Henry Clinton called it the first link in a chain of evils that ended in the total loss of America. The men and women here in the backcountry on both sides had to make some very difficult choices and then had to live with the consequences. Both Patriots and Loyalists have lessons to teach us about how important our choices are, the power of our choices. I hope that the next time you're out and you have to make a hard choice, you'll think about the men and women that were involved here at Kings Mountain and the choices that they had to make. I hope you've enjoyed this walk, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your visit at Kings Mountain. If you have any questions, please let me know.